Hello, I'm Marie Ramsden. Today I'm going to change my series into a teaching series. I've had so many beginners leave me comments that they're glad I'm doing this, but they want to see the stitches better, and they're just beginners and they really don't know how to make a magic ring and what to do with it once they make it. So I'm going to show you a magic ring today. I'm going to show you the basic single crochets, how to make them. So we're going back to the basics. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the friendly frog that is in Jenna Tattoo's new book, Mini Sew, No Sew Mini Amigurumi. So today here's our frog we're going to make. And this is a simple pattern. He's only 1 page long with 18 rounds. So the first thing we're going to do is make a magic ring. Well, I guess I should have started with it over like this, okay. I just use one finger. I loop around, loop over, and then I get my yarn where I want it on my other fingers. I go under this first loop and then grab underneath this second loop, yarn over, and pull it through. Now we want that to be a tight stitch. And it's still loose enough that we can move our yarn. So now we're going to single crochet into the magic ring. We're going to, let's see, I think here, yarn over and pull through the magic ring, yarn over, pull through both loops. That completes another single crochet. And if you think this ring is too big, tighten it up. Oops, I'm not showing you. We're going to yarn under. We're going to go under in through the magic ring. We're going to yarn over and then pull through both loops. We're going to do it again. Go through the loop in the middle. Yarn over, pull through. And then do it again. One last time. Now we're going to pull this magic ring tight. And we're going to add us a stitch marker. I use yarn stitch markers instead of using a hook you have to keep moving up. Or, I don't know, they look like big safety pins or something. Stitch markers. And now on this round, we're going to crochet that tail under our single crochets. It's going to go over these loops here. We're going to yarn over, pull through our loops, yarn over. Oh, there's another thing I just forgot somebody said. My round isn't round. Okay, your round isn't round because we haven't started the second round. Until we do that second round, it's going to look like a C. So don't go and be concerned with that. It's going to start looking like a circle right now. See? Better? It looks like a circle now. And this is an increase round. That means we're going to put 2 single crochet into each stitch. Okay, to do that, We go through the loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn under and pull through, or yarn over. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what I've always done. But you put 2 single crochets into each single crochet of the previous round. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're about to sew our tail in. So let's tighten that magic circle one last time. Make sure it doesn't come out anymore. And then do 2 single crochets into this crochet. We pull our stitch marker through. And for those of you who get confused about what row they're on, they can't go back and count. What I do, this shows I've done 2 rows. 1, 2. And when I get on up in the more successive rows, you will see where it's counting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then I change the color of the stitch marker so that every 10 rows, I've got a designated color so I can tell where I am instead of having to start all the way over at the bottom and try to figure out what row you're really on. And I'd like to use a paper pattern so I can go back and mark it up or wear whatever I want to do. Oh yeah, I'm not doing the frog in green. Anita, bring the mint back. I am doing him in pink because we don't have too much pink over here on our table. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm trying to talk to you. We're sewing this tail down. And we single crochet, and then we increase in this next stitch. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, do another increase. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. We'll see how this camera angle works for today. And if I don't like it, I guess I'll have to put the camera over one shoulder so y'all can see me crochet. Because I've got one of those neck things, but I can't look through the telephone and crochet at the same time because I can't find my stitches. It's like doing it backwards and blind. So now we're going to add some bobble stitches, and I'm going to show you that also. But first we'll do some single crochets. And then we're going to increase. Increase means 2 into the next stitch. 1, 2. And now we make a bobble. A bobble is similar to a double crochet. We just don't finish it because we yarn over and then we go through the loop. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. This is what makes it a bobble. We keep these two loops up here. This is the loop we started with. This is the loop we started with. This is the loop we just made with our, what sort of looks like a double crochet. It is, but we don't complete it. So there we have. We've completed 2, and now we need to do 2 more. So we yarn over, go through that same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go back through that stitch, yarn over and pull it through 2 loops. Now we have 5 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 5, and then we're going to do a single crochet. And now we can pop that bobble out just like that. Okay, so what are we making? I guess we're making his front feet. Yes, we're making his front feet. Okay, here's another increase. That means 2 stitches in the same stitch. Can you follow along with that? Is that too fast? Do I need to count it for you? Tell me what I need to do. This channel is for you. So leave me some comments and tell me what we need to do. Okay, this is an increase. Put a 2nd stitch in. Now we're going to do a bobble. We yarn over, go through our loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go through our loop, yarn under or over, don't know, 3 on our hook. Yarn over, go through that same stitch, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We have 4 loops on our hook now. We're going to do it one more time. Yarn over, go through the loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and this is where we complete our bobble. Pull through all 5 loops, push that out, go sort of behind it, and make that next single crochet. And now let's read the pattern to make sure I understand what's going on. Okay, we're going to do another increase. That's 1, 2. Since that was tricky counting, let's go back and count our stitches. Okay, I just didn't add that last single crochet. We're going to pull our stitch marker up. And there, as you can see it, we've completed row 4. I think, well, okay, I'm just going to trust the process because I'm not understanding this. But we're on row 5, and we're going to work even. Okay, we forgot to drink our water. And get us some caffeine too. Okay, we single crochet around again. This completes row 6. Yesterday, I had a problem with my phone. It froze. My husband had walked over to my daddy's house, so he was supposed to call me so I could come pick him up. And my phone was frozen for 5 hours, well, 4 hours before he tried to call me. The phone would ring, but since my screen was frozen, I couldn't answer it. And didn't work with that, volume up, volume down, and hit the off button. That didn't work. Tried that all day long till George wanted to come home. So George starts calling and calling and calling back to back. I can't answer it. So go out to the car. I said, I'll just go ahead and pick him up. He doesn't, I know he wants picked up, so let's just go get him. Got the car, took the dog with me, so she's in the car too. The car won't start. We've got a quick start. My sister gave it to my husband for Christmas, and I couldn't find it. So I finally found the jumper cables in his truck. So I chase the man down the street. He jumps me off, and once he jumps me off, George is calling again. I can answer him on the car phone or through the car. So I'm able to tell him that I'm on my way and I'll be there in a minute or two. So when I get over there, I tell him about my problem with AT&T. And what did I just do? Well, it's supposed to be back loops only. So let's tear it out. No big deal. So it's back loops only. So we get on the phone with AT&T, and they're trying to do stuff for us, or pretending to. I don't know. Back loops only. Back loops, no decreases, no increases. Back loops. I had to chant this to myself, or I will forget and just single crochet any way I want to. But we got to be in these back loops. So an hour later, I'm fed up with AT&T, and they finally say, "We'll just take it to the Apple store for repairs." We're going, my goodness. So we get home, and George says, let's text Dylan, see what he has to say about this. Dylan texted us a picture back. We did what the picture told us several times. And within 15 minutes, the phone was unlocked. AT&T couldn't do it in an hour. My grandson with a text showed me how to do it. So thank you, Dylan. He's our in-house tech support. But he wasn't here at that time, so we had to text him. Usually we just knock on his door and ask for help. And then you know how they do. They roll their eyes and tell us they've showed us this 1,000,000 times. And then come help us. Okay, we finally did our back loops correctly. Okay, I didn't switch to color B back here because I think that is in the wrong place. Because it shows the white on his neck and not in the middle of his body. So that's going to be after we start decreasing. Well, we'll just see. Trust the process. Keep on going. Okay, now we do start decreasing. As wide as he's going to be is only 24 single crochet. So now we're going to decrease. and I increased. So we decrease, we started over. We go through the front loop, yarn over, and pull through a loop. We go to the next stitch, go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through the front loop. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. We yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that is a decrease stitch. It means we make 2 stitches into just 1 stitch. Okay, let's do that decrease again. We go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through our loop, go to the next stitch, go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through that stitch. We've got 3 loops, we yarn over, and then we pull through all 3 loops. That is a decrease. A decrease means to make 1 stitch out of 2. Oh, and I forgot to tell you earlier, if you're having trouble making a magic ring, the way that I learned how to do it is I just typed in crochet magic ring and watched every video that was out there until finally it clicked in my head what I was supposed to do. So don't feel bad if you can't do it. We all had to learn it. I learned how to crochet back in the 50s. It might have been as late as 62. So maybe somewhere between 60 and 62. So back then it was chain half or mini and go back into the first loop. Or go back into the first stitch and do how many crochets there. And it always looked funny to me. And that was also when you had to chain 1 to go up a row. Join to the last stitch, chain 1, go up a row. Okay, the stitch count is correct. The next row we should also be decreasing. Yes, we do. We're going to single crochet, and then we're going to decrease. We're going to the front loop, yarn over, go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over one more time, and pull through all 3 loops. Go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through, go to the front loop, yarn over, and pull through. You'll eventually get the hang of increasing and decreasing, but you have to be mindful to begin with. You have to think about what you're doing. Move our stitch marker up and I'll push this down. As you can see, we have 10 rows now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, what do we do now? Oh, shoot. We gotta start this over. Because we're working from the head down. I got confused. I thought we was starting at the bottom of his body, starting with his feet. We were actually starting at the top of his body. So, shouldn't have pulled all my stitch markers out, should I? Okay, we can put them back in. And we'll see how off track I got. Oh, shoot. Well, I thought the pattern started at his feet because that's usually where I'm starting from when I make a no-sew. But today I was confused because I didn't realize we were starting at the top of his head. But we're starting at the top of the head because it didn't say start with the head. It didn't say start with the body. It just started out with round 1. So I think I needed a little more instruction for this. I would have liked to know which direction I was going. But we've got it on track now, so just keep going. I wondered why we changed to white so soon. And it just seemed like it was in the middle of his body. But then when I continued to crochet and we got down to 12 single crochet and then went back up to 18, I'm going, oh, I'm trying to crochet in the wrong direction. So I took some stitches out so we can get back on track. And I probably took out more than I needed to. Okay, this is row 7. This is where we change colors. So let me get my white. It's down here in the other boot. Find the end and put it back. So to change colors, put a loop over your finger, leave your long tail. Pull your crochet tight. Hold on to both of those tails. Up, and I'm not doing it right. Got to pull this stitch out. Okay, going back, pull that stitch out if you accidentally completed it like I did. Or you might like to actually complete the crochet like I do so that I can pull it out and get my next color ready. So now we start with the white. So, row 8. Yep, this is the back loop only, so I need to take that out too. Back loop, back loop, back loop. Cannot remember. We're not going to cut our pink because we're going to use it in a couple more rounds, and we'll just leave it hanging around. If it gets in your way, I'll show you how to fix it. And this is just single crochet around in the white. Okay, we completed that round. Okay, now we decrease. I'm going to teach you how to decrease now. Decrease means we're going to take 2 stitches and turn them into 1. To decrease, we go through the front loop, yarn over and pull through, go to the next stitch, go through the front loop, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. pull up some white. It's getting tight here. Okay. Okay, to decrease, we go under the front loop, yarn over, pull through. Go under the front loop, yarn over, and pull through. Go to the front loop, yarn over, and pull through. Go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through. Go through the second loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Go through the front loop only, yarn over and pull through. Go through the next stitch front loop, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And we have made 2 stitches into 1. See, we're all the way over here. So the next stitch we work in will be this one. And since it's so crooked, it looks like that if you're not careful, you're going to skip a stitch or put another stitch in this one. So our next stitch to go into is this one. So, but pay attention to your tension. To decrease, we go through the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Go to the second stitch in front of us, go through the front loop, yarn over and pull through. And then we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through. To decrease, we go through the front loop, yarn over and pull through, go through the second loop, the front loop, go through the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, now we're going to decrease for his neck. To decrease, we go through the front loop, yarn over and pull through. We go through the second loop, the front loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. Go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through. Go through the next front loop, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And I'm the one that's losing my tension over here. So we continue decreasing on this round. And I think I want to stop and stuff. Could you come check to make sure I'm still in frame? I've knocked my camera around a little bit. And I'm not sure where it's looking. Thank you. Okay, now we increase. And we were supposed to color change back to A before we increase. So if you can, put your hook through these last 3 loops that we just completed for our decrease. Put them back on our loop hook. And pull that stitch out. Now the color change. We need the end of the pink. It's still attached. So we're going to cut this white and get it out of our way. We don't need it anymore. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, this next round is increase. And this is the point when it's the smallest, it's going to be hard to hold. If I can, I put my finger in to the neck and hold it there, because if you're trying to do it like this, I feel I don't have as much control over it. Plus, we've got that polyfill underneath us, and we need to not pull it through our loops. So now we increase. We go through both loops, yarn over, pull through. We go through that same stitch again, yarn over, pull through. We now have 2 single crochets in that stitch. We're going to do this every other single crochet. So here we go again. We yarn over, do 1 single crochet, go through our loop again, yarn over, and pull through. We put 2 single crochet in this next stitch. 1, 2, 2 single crochets in this next stitch. 1, 2, oh, and that stitch marker's in the wrong place. No, it didn't. It was in the right place. I got confused. Okay, we're going to increase one more time. Well, get my tension back. We're going to put 2 in here. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. And that completes our round. Now we're going to put the stitch marker back where it's supposed to be. Okay, we just completed row 11 and we've got 10 marked. So now we need another stitch marker. This orange will show up well on this pink. So just pull it through our loop. There we go, we've got our stitch marker. Okay, it says stop here and start stuffing. Okay, we did that. And pinning the stuff as you go. Okay, we've got increases and bobbles on this next round. Okay, we're going to increase 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, now we're going to make a bobble. Yarn over, go through the loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We have 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over, go through the same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, go through that same stitch, yarn over, and pull through. We have 4 loops on our hook. So now we're going to yarn over, go through the same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and we have 5 stitches. So yarn over and pull through all 5. Sort of poke it out if you can and single crochet into the next stitch. Okay, now we're going to increase again. That's 1 single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and that's 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. We're going to increase again. We go through our loop, yarn over, pull through, and we put a 2nd single crochet in the stitch below us. 2 single crochets. It's going to look bunched up. Okay, we do another bobble. We yarn over, go through both loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now we're going to put 4 more into here. So here's 2. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go through the same stitch. Pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, yarn over. Go through the stitch again. Yarn over and go through 2 stitches. We have 5 stitches on our hook. So we poke that out a little bit and put a single crochet right next to it. No, that says an increase, so that's 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet for an increase. Okay. Now we do another increase. And we pull our stitch marker up. Okay, it says stop here and put in your safety eyes. I don't use safety eyes because I crochet children's toys and I don't want to be unsafe with the children. Okay. Okay, that tells us how to do the eyes. And then we're going to single crochet around for a few rows. Okay, we completed that row and we need to move our stitch counter up. Okay, let's do a couple more rows of work even. Okay, we're going to add some bobbles on this round. And we forgot to move our stitch marker up. Now we're going to do our bobble. We yarn over, go through the next single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. We keep 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over, go through that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through only 2 loops. We have 3 loops now. Yarn over, go through the same single crochet we did before, yarn over, pull through the loop. We have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over, go through that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. And then yarn over and complete your bobble. Pop it out, single crochet right beside it. We're going to do a few single crochets and then we're going to add a bobble. Okay, we can start our bobble. We yarn over, go through the loop. Oh, went through the wrong one. Go through the next single crochet, yarn over, pull through. We've got 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through. We've got just 2 loops. We've got 3 on our hook. Yarn over. We're going to do this 2 more times. Yarn over, keep that stitch tight, and single crochet right beside it. And pop your bobble out. Okay, now we start decreasing because we're at the end of his body and we've got to get him back down to a little circle. Okay, to decrease, we go through the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. We go through the front loop of the second stitch, yarn over and pull through. We're going to do another decrease. Okay, we're going to decrease again. We're going to decrease again. And I forgot to pull my stitch marker up last time, so we'll move it up 2 now. Okay, we're decreasing every stitch now. So before we do that, it's going to be really tiny. And we need to go ahead and stuff. We're going to need to stuff him a little bit more. But we'll do that after we decrease. Okay, every stitch on this round is decrease. So we go through the front loop, pull through, go to the second front loop, pull through, and decrease. And we just do that around. We go 1, 2, complete the decrease. 1, 2, complete the decrease. 1, 2, complete your 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 decrease. Okay, it says fasten off and leave a long tail. And then we sew our opening closed. And that's just a simple running stitch. If you think about it, if you know how to embroider or something, it's just a slip stitch or a running stitch. Just keep sewing. So it's not too much sewing for this. Okay, we're going to hold that tail and pull it tight. Squeak. Yep, that's what I like to hear. It's good and closed. We're going to sew through some stitches here so that his tail is firmly sewn in place. Get thirsty again. And see how this next stitch goes over like that? I go in there, and that's what I'm talking about with sewing in your stitches. Okay, we've done that a couple of times. So now we can just sew through the stuffing. And to do that, we go through that same hole. Pull up. Go back through that same hole again. And then pull through somewhere. Pull your yarn tail snug but not tight, and then fasten off. So here's our cute little frog so far. Let's add him some eyes and some blush. Did it say we needed some pink? We might have enough pink over here. There's no such thing as scraps in Amigurumi. You can always use something, even if it's just stuffing. But all of these tail ends can be used. Or we make him really pink eyes. Oh, I can't sew it in pink. I've got to do something else. Oops. I guess black eyes it is. Well, no, black eyes it is. And what are we going to do for the hum? Maybe that darker pink will show up. But we'll sew the eyes in now. Okay. Oh, here it is. Knew it had to be on this table somewhere. We thread our stitch. We thread our yarn through the needle. Sort of have a long tail here. And we'll go through the side of his head. And it says to show crochet actually into his bobbles. So, hold on to that yarn tail and don't pull it through. And frogs are supposed to have big eyes, so let's do him one, maybe two more times. Let's see what that gets. Okay, come over here and make him another eye. And just keep stitching until your eye's as big as you want it. And come back through where you left your tail. Don't pull this tightly or his eye will be too closed. There we go. We've got some nice eyes. And we're going to make what I call the double knot. We're going to pull the tail through twice. See how we have that on our... Okay, pull. Not too tight. We don't want to pull his eyes closed. And then we're going to do that again. That's why I call it a double. I've never had one of these come out. Now we can cut our tail short. take our crochet hook, pull through that knot, grab the ends of the yarn and pull them through too. Might take a couple of times to do it, or if you think it's showing through, just go ahead and poke around with your scissors and that will disappear. There you go, it's gone. Now we're going to sew on some, we're going to try this pink, or maybe we should have done a white. White, we'll do the white. Okay, we thread our needle, pull it through the needle, have us a long tail. We need to come back from somewhere else. And we just make a slip stitch, not a slip stitch, we make a straight stitch under his eyes. Go to his other eye. Then go back through where you came from, through that same stitch. Okay, there's some blush. And then the double knot. I know that knot has a name, but I can't remember it. Cut our yarn tails. And then just pull it to the inside. You hear my poor cat. Our grandson isn't here today, and she wants in his room, but we have to keep that door closed while she's not here, while he's not here. We can't let her in. Remove our stitch marker, and there we have him. A cute little frog. Oh, he's supposed to have a mouth? Oh, okay, that's easily fixed. That's not long enough. So let's give him a mouth real fast. Okay, come in somewhere from the back. And it looks like his mouth goes from eye to eye. Okay, we've sewn his mouth open, so let's do a double knot. I'm about finished. So I'm going to need my cameraman about right now. Trim our tail ends. And there we have it, our cute little frog. So thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to like my video. No. So here you have it. There's a cute little frog. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.